Most people think eating healthy is just about fueling the engine, right? Getting your calories, hitting your macros, maybe popping a few basic vitamins to get through the day. But what if the food you eat is actually writing instructions directly to your DNA? Welcome to This Explainer. We're jumping right into Stanford expert Dr. Luchia Aronica's mind-blowing research on nutritional epigenetics. We're going to look at how those hidden chemical signals on your plate can literally rewrite your health story. Okay, so let's kick things off with a pretty weird question. Are you eating broken glow sticks? I know, it sounds totally ridiculous, but I promise, by the time we're done here, you're going to understand exactly what a broken glow stick has to do with your veggies. Plus, you'll see how making one tiny tweak in your kitchen can unlock a massive biological upgrade that, honestly, you've probably been missing out on for years. First up, we need to completely shatter this whole myth of genetic fatalism. Look at this breakdown. Your DNA, it's only 25% of your story. So many of us look at our family tree, we see a history of diabetes or heart disease, and we just resign ourselves to our destiny. We think, well, that's just the hand I was dealt. But the data proves the exact opposite. With 75% of your health dictated by your lifestyle choices, your diet, your environment, your daily habits, you are actually sitting firmly in the driver's seat. To really grasp how empowering this is, you have to realize that your DNA is written in pencil. It is not written in pen. Your body is packed with these brilliant little writer and eraser enzymes, and they are constantly rewriting your genetic instructions. You aren't stuck with some rigid, unchangeable blueprint. Literally every single time you sleep, exercise, or eat a meal, you are handing your body a brand new set of instructions. You are the one deciding which genes get turned on and which ones get turned off.
Think about bees for a second. This is fascinating. A queen bee and a worker bee actually start out with the exact same genetic code. No difference at all. But because the queen gets this exclusive diet of royal jelly, she goes through a radical physical transformation. Just because of her diet, she becomes fertile and she outlives those sterile worker bees by 20 times. The food literally dictates her physical reality.
Well, guess what? We have our very own version of royal jelly sitting right there in the produce aisle. When you eat foods that are rich in epi-nutrients, you're basically acting as an epigenetic queen maker for your own body. You're delivering these precise chemical messages that upgrade your biology at a foundational level. You aren't just filling up your stomach, you are sending profound, life-changing instructions straight to your cells. To really understand how this builds up our cellular defense, I want you to picture a plastic glow stick. You know exactly the feeling, right? You bend it until that little glass vial inside snaps, two separate liquids mix together, and boom, suddenly it glows in the dark. That exact mechanism, or two isolated things have to mix to create something brand new, is the absolute secret to unlocking the true power of your vegetables. Take broccoli, for instance. Its absolute most powerful compound, sulforaphane, doesn't actually exist in the whole vegetable. Nope. The plant actually keeps an enzyme locked in one compartment and a precursor in another. It's a natural defense mechanism against pests. It is only when the plant is damaged, so in our case when we chew it or chop it, that these two parts finally mix to create that magic compound. And once you successfully create that sulforaphane, it acts like a highly specialized key. It travels deep down into your cells and flips what's called the NRF2 master switch. Think of NRF2 like your body's emergency broadcast system. It tells your body to instantly deploy its own internal antioxidant army, armoring you up from the inside out. This mighty internal army wastes no time. It immediately goes to work protecting over 200 different genes involved in detoxification and cellular repair. I mean, think about how much money people spend on antioxidant pills and powders. But just flipping this one NRF2 switch actually prompts your cells to manufacture their own deep cleaning defenses. That's 200 genes optimized simultaneously, all from just one single biological signal. And incredibly, this defensive shield doesn't just vanish. It remains highly active for up to 3 full days from just a single dose. Seriously, 3 days. You don't have to constantly graze on these nutrients morning, noon, and night to see the benefits. Just one properly prepared meal leaves your internal army standing guard, fighting off cellular damage and inflammation for 72 hours. Talk about the ultimate biological return on investment. But here is the massive problem we run into. Despite all our best intentions, most of us are essentially eating broken glow sticks. We buy the broccoli, we bring it home, we try so hard to do the right thing for our health, but because we don't realize the basic chemistry required to snap that glow stick, we end up completely short-circuiting the process before we even take our first bite. Let's think back to that glow stick analogy. If that tiny glass vial inside gets destroyed by intense heat before you actually get a chance to snap it, those liquids are never going to mix. No reaction, no glow. It's the same with your veggies. When broccoli hits instant, intense heat, whether it's flash blanched at a factory before being frozen, or if you just toss it directly into a pot of boiling water right on your stove, that crucial enzyme dies immediately. And that means absolutely zero sulforaphane is ever created.
Thankfully, Dr. Aronica doesn't just leave us hanging. She gives us 3 highly tactical, science-backed kitchen hacks to fix this exact issue. By actually working with the biology of the plant instead of against it, we can guarantee that we snap that glow stick every single time we prep a meal. Let's break down these incredibly simple methods. Hack number 1 is the 40-minute rule. Remember, chopping mimics chewing. It breaks down the plant's cell walls so those compounds can mix. If you just chop your fresh broccoli and leave it sitting on the cutting board for about 40 minutes, that chemical reaction fully completes. And the best part? The resulting sulforaphane becomes completely heat-stable. After that 40 minutes, you can cook it however the heck you want. It is really that easy. Your hardest job is just waiting a bit.
Now, what if you're relying on frozen broccoli? Because it's blanched at the factory, we know its enzymes are already dead. Well, here is the ultimate cheat code. Hack number 2 is the mustard rescue. Just sprinkle a little bit of mustard powder onto your cooked frozen broccoli. Because mustard is also a cruciferous plant, it magically reintroduces that exact missing enzyme, effectively snapping the glow stick right there on your dinner plate. It is literally like jump-starting a dead cellular battery.
But if you want maximum efficiency, broccoli sprouts are the undisputed kings. Just 1 tiny ounce of these sprouts packs the exact same epigenetic precursor power as eating 3 whole pounds of mature broccoli. Just let that sheer volume difference sink in for a second. 3 pounds. Toss a small handful of sprouts onto a salad or throw them into your morning smoothie, and you have just delivered a massive payload of cellular defense with almost 0 effort.
And hey, this chemical magic isn't only for green vegetables. Epigenetics is all about eating the rainbow because those different colors signal entirely different defensive pathways in your body. Let's look at red tomatoes, for example. They contain this fascinating compound called lycopene, which offers a completely different but equally amazing type of cellular armor. Lycopene actually acts as an incredible internal sunscreen. Now, obviously, do not ditch your topical SPF, but eating lycopene builds resilience into the very cells of your skin. It protects them from UV damage and environmental stress from the inside out, boosting your natural defense grid by a staggering 40%. That's huge. But just like the broccoli, there is a major catch here. Raw tomatoes hold onto their lycopene really, really tightly. To unlock it, you absolutely must cook those tomatoes in a healthy fat, like olive oil. Doing this makes the lycopene what we call liposoluble. That basically means it dissolves into the fat, letting it effortlessly cross into your bloodstream so your body can actually absorb and use all those amazing nutrients. I know. Throwing around terms like liposoluble and enzymes might make you feel like you need to perfectly overhaul your entire diet by tomorrow morning. But take a breath. Remember this powerful truth from psychology and goal setting. Action precedes motivation. You do not need a flawless meal plan, and you certainly don't need to feel perfectly motivated to start sending better signals to your DNA. You literally have the pencil in your hand right now. So simply pick the absolute smallest possible step today to start writing your health masterpiece. If no one else tells you this today, I want you to know I believe in your ability to rewrite your health story. Every single time you chop your broccoli a little early or add a quick pinch of mustard powder, you are actively writing a better, much stronger biological future for yourself. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to look at your very next meal and ask yourself, what tiny, empowering choice will you make to activate your cellular defense right now? Are you going to try the 40-minute chop? Maybe you rescue those frozen veggies with some mustard. You hold the pencil, and the power is literally sitting right there on your plate. How will you rewrite your genetic future today?